Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, we will talk about the 2019 October SAT exam, section 4, question number 30. Okay, so for this question, let's take a look at this question first because it's going to hit a few concepts. So it sets the equation 9x plus 5, it's equal to a parentheses x plus b, where a and b are constants, has no solutions. So this equation has no solutions. Which of the following must be true? Okay, so you have three choices right there and three conditions right there, and you have to choose which of the following must be true. Okay, must be. So it's not an optional thing. It has to be true. Okay, so you have A, B, C, D choices. We'll get to that later. So let's talk about what it means to have no solutions. Okay, so in this little equation right here, 9x plus 5 is equal to a parentheses x plus b. That means at a specific condition that there is no value of x is going to satisfy this equation. Okay, so that's how we have no solution. Now, if you just focus on the algebra, the variables here, that's going to be a little bit hard. So I would like to help you understand this problem by introducing a graph. So I'm going to paste a little axes, a pair of axes right here. So to illustrate this, I would like to draw the graph right here. That's a 5. And 9x plus 5, it's so if you understand the slope-intercept form, which is y equals to mx plus b, so you can tell that the y-intercept is 5 and the slope of this line would be 9. So it's going to be a pretty steep line, okay? And we don't have to worry about other intercepts at this point because the more important idea that you need to understand is how come there is no solutions? Okay, how come there are no solutions for this particular equation? Well, to have no solution, you have to understand that this is the verbiage for no intersection. Okay, no intersection between the two lines. So on the left, there's one line right here. So what we're saying is, hey, there's another line right here. So these two lines, they do not intersect. And one thing, if you learned your algebra well, is that when will two lines not intersect each other at all? Well, it's when the line right here, when the two lines are actually parallel. So something like this or something like this. So there could be a lot of variations for this scenario to be true. So we are investigating, so what A or B, or A and B, must be in order to create this no solution scenario. Okay, so let's just put the line right here for the moment. Okay, so one thing that we know for sure is that, well, for the left line right here, which is the given, the slope, it's 9. And since we said that the two lines must be parallel, so this slope must also be 9. Now, to help you see this a little bit better, we would like to distribute the a into the parentheses so that you can see a little bit better. So we have ax plus ab. So in order to have a parallel line, the a value right here, which represents the slope, must be 9. So a must be 9, so A must be true. Okay, so we can eliminate choice A because we know the slope must be 9. There cannot be any other condition. There cannot be any other slope for these two lines to not intersect. Okay, so that's one condition. Okay, so now let's take a look at B. Okay, so what should B be? Well, we know that A must be 9. Okay, so can B be 5? Let's go ahead, test out choice number 2, the condition number 2 right there. Well, if B is going to be 5, that means our y-intercept is going to be 45 because 9 times 5 is 45. Well, that is going to be something like this. Okay, so let me go ahead create another line. So it's going to be another line right up there having the y-intercept of 45. Now that would create a condition where those two lines would not intersect, but as I said, it could be anywhere on the graph as long as they don't touch each other, meaning that as long as they don't share the same y-intercept, okay, as long as they don't share the same y-intercept, well, they would not touch each other. So 45, it's okay, but it's not a must-be situation. So that's why we would say, nope, okay, this is not going to be a required condition for the a must-be kind of condition for them to have no solution. Okay, so now we look at condition number 3. Okay, it says that b cannot be 5/9. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look. What would happen if b is actually 5/9? Now, if you have that, well, you can see the 9 will be canceled out because the 9 on the left is in the numerator and the 9 on the right is in the denominator, so they cancel each other out. So you are left with a 5. Okay, that means the y-intercept is going to be 5. And what did we just said? We said that, yeah, as long as you don't have the y-intercept being 5, that would be okay. But if you have the y-intercept being 5, that's not really a good thing. So we do not want the b value to be 5/9 because that will be the same line that's given from the given. So that's why we say, oh yeah, we don't want the b to be 5/9, okay, because that would create that's literally the same line. So we say, all right, condition 1 and condition 3 are both true, and it must be true in order to create a no solution scenario, to create a no intersection scenario between those two lines. Okay, so now the tips for this question is this. Are you ready to look at this expression right here, okay, as the linear line? Many students, they may not be able to recognize that because when they see the 9x plus 5 is equal to blah, 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 they are too busy worrying about how to solve for x algebraically. And so whenever you look at these questions, I want you to keep your mind open. Okay, be very sensitive. So sometimes we will have to do things algebraically, so you spare a little bit of your mind space to think it that way. But just don't ignore the possibility that you could also think about this in a graphical way. Okay, now, is there any hint that we can tell you ahead of time? I would say, yeah, in this case, yes, because when it says no solutions, I hope that would serve as a trigger that you understand, hey, no solution means what? Okay, so no solution means, okay, you cannot really set two sides equal to each other, or in graphs, that means there's no intersection. Okay, so be ready to think about no solutions in both algebraic kind of definition and also the graphical kind of definition. Okay? After watching this video, did you learn something new? I hope this video helps you. If it does, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and also make sure to check out other videos on this channel. See you soon!